Today on Doctor and the Diva.
Well,
This is only the first segment in the show.
Kimberly and Steve sound off over the latest Kardashian culture clash. And
Where my ladies at?
why in the world would a prominent woman criticize these plus-sized mannequins?
what's the purpose of a mannequin? It's so you can see what that outfit is going to look like on you.
It bothers me.
Plus, Hollywood's biggest stars are doing it to look younger. Now you can too. Kimberly tries facial acupuncture.
From here, you look really good.
And
David, come on out here.
for every woman who's ever said her man doesn't appreciate her, payback time.
I think it's time to go into labor.
All that and more right now.
And just to avoid any confusion at all, he's the doctor.
Yeah. As if that was hard to figure out.
Maybe.
She is and always will be the diva. That's just the way.
Thank you.
All right. So it's our first day. So what'd you do to get ready for today? Okay,
I did a lot
besides
of
that.
that.
All right.
Oh my God, what did I not do to get ready for today, honey? If you knew what was going on up under this dress, it was a whole lot. I had to get started extra early.
I didn't do any of that. None of that.
It's easy for you.
Yeah.
You look fantastic,
Thank you.
though.
I
know?
showered and shaved this morning.
All right, that's a good start.
All right, that works. All right, so a lot of people wonder what the Doctor and Diva is all about.
Yes.
Right? It's going to be informative. It's going to be inspirational, but mostly it's going to be what, Kim?
Fun!
Yeah. It's true. It's true because we can make it fun. We're going to explore health and happiness,
Fitness and food.
love and life,
And of course, our love lives, not
Actually,
together.
her love life. She's got a lot
Mine's
going.
a little more exciting than
That's
yours.
right. It's a lot more exciting than mine. I don't have anything going on.
All right. But now you've been married for 28 years.
That's
you got a lot
true.
going on.
Yeah, but it's different.
I haven't
your stuff's
gotten
more
there yet.
interesting. If you all want more out of your lives, this is the place for you.
If I had to boil the show down to 2 words, it would be live more.
That's right. So let me ask you, are you ready to jumpstart your life? Yeah, we are. All right, so Kimberly, we all know you as a phenomenal singer, right? But you're so much more than that. So tell me a little something about yourself, but we only have a couple of minutes.
Look at you,
don't have
already
much
trying to
time.
rein me in. I'm one step ahead of you, though.
Okay.
How about I show you? Take a look at this package. You may know me from this little old show called American Idol, where I came in 3rd on season 2. My passion for music started at a very young age, where I sang in church in my hometown of Gallatin, Tennessee. Since then, I've gone on to record 4 albums, and I'm excited to be currently working on a new music project. But I'm much more than an American Idol alum and musician. The one thing I love even more than singing is uplifting and empowering people. As a Lane Bryant model, spokesperson, and philanthropist, I am an advocate for those in need. And through my personal and professional journeys, I have learned that self-love and self-care are the keys to happiness. My growth as a woman led me to launch my own coaching company called The Journey to a Better You. I'm a certified addiction recovery coach where I help people deal with body image and addiction issues. Nothing raises my spirits more than helping to raise someone else's. And last but certainly not least, I love to cook. I've owned a restaurant and have a cooking channel on YouTube. I'm crazy about cats, I play golf, ride a motorcycle, and I am a voracious traveler. Now I've got this incredible TV show, and I'm so excited to spend time with all of you every day. We're gonna learn, we're gonna laugh, and most of all, we're gonna live. So let's do this.
Who knew? Who knew? Wow.
Now you know.
A
Thank you.
true Renaissance woman. Awesome. All right.
Well, let's see what you're bringing to the operating table,
Yeah.
Dr. C.
Not that exciting, but go ahead. Watch. So in this new TV talk show, Doctor and the Diva, you guessed it, I'm the doctor. I'm actually a real doctor, an emergency room doctor. So I spent much of my adult life taking care of people in the ER, and that means doing everything from removing splinters to sewing up scalps and actually saving lives. So now I manage a network of urgent care walk-in clinics in Long Island, New York, which is where I was born and raised. My other calling is my commitment to turn the tide against America's raging opioid epidemic. Now, in an effort to confront this deadly and pervasive addiction head-on, I co-founded Victory Recovery Partners. It's a group of opioid addiction outpatient treatment centers. We have 3 facilities now in operation and more to come. So when I'm not being a doctor, I spend time with my beautiful wife of 28 years. She's gonna love that I said that. And my 2 amazing daughters. I get a lot of fulfillment in helping people and getting people healthy, but really, there's nothing like spending time with my 3 little ladies. My passions, of course, are exercise, keeping my jiu-jitsu black belt, and yes, Kimberly, I'm also a big-time biker, as in motorcycles. Now, with our brand new TV show, I'm ready to share all I know about getting fit, staying healthy, and living life to the fullest. So if you need some medical advice, no appointment necessary. Just tune in or log into Doctor and the Diva, and I'll be there for you.
See, not that exciting.
Now I know why we call you Dr. Steve.
That's
You
right.
are a real doctor, like no playing around here.
That's
You're the
right.
real deal.
All right, so let's practice. Say off for me.
Ah!
You see? You don't have to be a doctor to know that you're pretty healthy.
I'm pretty darn healthy.
That's right.
And I am ready to go.
Right. So, now, one thing I want to let you all know, everybody is unique, right? But this is a place where we can all put our opinions on the table.
As long as we're all respectful.
Right, that's key. So it's a show where we can speak our minds. So let's get started. You guys ready to sound off? Yeah! This is gonna be fun. Talk about Kim Kardashian. Some of you might have heard about her. You know who she is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Well, she started a clothing line called Kimono.
It doesn't really look like a kimono, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at a real kimono. I would say that Kim's kimono might be a oh-no kimono.
Right. Oh no, Kimo. Oh no. Well.
This is only the first segment in the show. Uh-oh.
Make your
Hold
enemies.
on.
All right. Well, she's not the only one giving Kim heat. She got a lot of heat about that name, much of which, you know, comes from the Japanese community. The question is, did Kim go too far, or are people just being so sensitive today? What do you think?
You know what? I mean, we are really sensitive about a lot of things nowadays, but I think, like, maybe she could have done it a little bit differently, because that's a traditional type of robe for the Japanese community. It's a part of their tradition and things like that. So maybe she could have gone about it a different way, maybe. But you know what? It's totally different look.
Well, I think what she was doing, maybe she didn't think, nowadays with cultural appropriation, right, everyone's all upset.
Right.
She obviously playing off of her name, Kim. But in general, I mean, I get it. Nothing looks like a kimono.
It's not even
But if you do something, I think it's like a compliment to culture if you try and attribute something in a positive way. You know, it's not always. She didn't do anything
Clearly,
that
the
looks
Japanese
like a kimono.
community did not
Yeah,
think so.
clearly they didn't like it. They didn't like it at all.
All right,
But
moving
it's all
on.
about
So
her.
this is interesting. Where my ladies at?
Okay.
All right. So Nike recently introduced a plus-size mannequin in its flagship store in London. Many applauded that move. Like, I read the article and I read all the other articles about it. I thought it was fantastic. But there was one female British journalist who was outraged. She said, quote, "Obese mannequins are selling a dangerous lie." And that plus-size mannequins are, quote, "immense, gargantuan, vast, not readying herself for a run in her shiny Nike gear."
All right.
It bothers me.
Sure.
Because, number one, women need to support each other more than what, and we're getting better. I'm going to say that. We are getting better. So when I read this from a journalist who is writing a story and has, like, you know, a voice to really put something out there, and this is what she puts out there, all right?
I think it also comes down to the fact that what's the purpose of a mannequin? Why is it there? It's so you could see what that outfit is going to look like on you.
Thank you,
right?
Dr. Steve.
Isn't that why it's there?
All right, so now we're going to hit you with a question that has divided people for years.
Yeah, this is going to get me a little nervous. We're going to get to this one. All right, go ahead, Kim.
All right, here goes. What in the world is the proper way to hang your toilet paper roll? Over or under?
Yeah. Which way, you guys? What do you think? Shout it out. Over, under.
We are clearly all over the place.
Right.
All right, Dr. Steve.
Right.
Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve.
I'm an over guy.
You're an over guy.
I'm an over guy. Over guy. And you?
I'm an over guy.
Girl.
And you know what? I'm an over guy. I'm not a guy. I'm an over girl. But you know, sometimes when I have dinner parties at my house, people come over and they switch my toilet paper.
No.
Yes!
Get out of
it's
town.
Like, it's one of those things, it's like, and you notice it right when you walk in. It's such a little thing. But you know, I'm like, did somebody come in here and switch my toilet paper roll?
I would have an investigation.
All right, so
interrogate
there is actually a right way to do this, okay? And this is the actual diagram. Look at this. From 1891. This is from the patent for the original toilet paper roll, okay?
Wait. Somebody
Yes.
actually patented
Yes.
toilet paper.
It's brilliant, and we're still using it today, right? Thank you, ma'am,
Unbelievable.
sir. Thank you
Wow.
very much.
Okay.
All right, so as you can see on this roll, it's hung over, and there's speculation as to why. One is that your possibly filthy little hands won't touch the wall as you pull the paper down. And two is if you look at this toilet paper, okay? Look at this. I don't even know where they found this, honey. Look at this.
There's
The
a pattern.
the pattern on this toilet paper goes down, right? So if you were to do this,
Ugly.
the pattern wouldn't show, right? Right? So some people disagree. They say that underhang prevents small children and cats from unspooling the entire roll, right?
Right.
Dr. Steve, show us
Yeah.
how.
Yeah,
Look,
so like you get
look.
the kid or the cat, they think this is funny.
Oh yeah.
Really,
See,
really
and then
funny.
there's toilet paper all over the place, right?
If my kids did that, they do it once. Just saying. They don't
And then
though.
you gotta clean it up.
No.
You gotta clean it. Then the whole
Yeah.
roll is like down.
Yeah,
So I
cats do
just-
do that though.
Yeah,
Cat
'cause
lovers
cats
tell me they
think
do
it's,
that.
I am a cat lover, and they
Yeah.
think it's funny. It
Right.
ain't funny when you gotta
No.
pick up all the toilet
No.
paper. So while there may be different opinions on this, there's only one correct answer, and the toilet paper hangs over people.
That's right.
Okay?
We're going over. This is where you come in, because you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you. So you guys want to play ball? All right. We're going to play ball. Okay. Check this out. This ball is actually a microphone, and it's being used for the first time ever on broadcast TV. We're going to read a question sent to us on Twitter, and they're going to pass this ball to y'all.
To y'all.
Hear that? And she's from the South, not me. I want to hear what you have to say, okay?
All right, so I have a question here. This was tweeted to
Mm-hmm.
us, okay, from Maggie Chico. Maggie Chico. Do women have it harder than men? All right, you guys ready? Yeah. Who wants to go first? Here we go. Woo!
Right.
Absolutely, we have it harder than men. Absolutely.
Shocked that she would say that.
My boyfriend and I, we lived together for 3 years. He expects me to cook every day. I work 8 to 10 hour shifts every day. I'm not cooking every day. And the cleaning, oh, no.
I have one question. When did that start?
It started the second we moved in.
Right.
The
So then
second.
that was when you've been in 3 years too long.
Oh my gosh.
Set those rules early. Set them
Yeah.
early. That's
Who
what
else wants to
happened.
play ball?
Who else? All right.
Y'all,
Hi.
I am a confirmed bachelor, and I definitely think women have it harder
Thank
than
you,
men.
sir.
There you
Thank you,
go.
Mr. Confirmed Bachelor.
Absolutely, no
See-
doubt about it. My issue is pay. Women just deserve to be paid for what they're worth, if not more than that.
That's right. All right. Who wants to go
All
next?
right, we have time for one more. Anybody else? Who else?
All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I definitely think it's getting better for women. My husband and I, we've been married for 16 years, and we share a lot of the responsibilities. So we both cook, we clean, we both commute to work. I definitely feel that we're seeing more entrepreneurs and women out in the workforce, and we have a long way to go, but we're definitely seeing more women out there.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Go back.
Great
Go
answer.
back. All right, So we've heard your thoughts and we've seen your pitching arms. Both are great, guys.
Coming up next is a woman who says women definitely have it harder than men do. There's just one guy she needs to convince, and that happens to be her husband.
Oh yeah, this guy's in big trouble. You don't want to miss how she plans to do it. Don't go away. There's so much more Dr. the Diva coming right up.
This woman says her husband's ignored her pain for far too long, so she's putting him through a labor of love, literally. And later, get the lowdown on low-cal sweeteners from an entrepreneur who puts her product to the test.
We have 2 cheesecakes here, and one has swerve and one has sugar, but we don't know which one it is. So we're gonna do the good old taste test.
I think I know. Break, we were talking about whether men or women have it harder in life, and we know what everybody thought.
Yeah.
Well, a woman has to be a wife, a mother, a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, a driver, an all-around organizer. It's exhausting just listening to all those things.
And that, listen, that's the easy part. We also have to deal with the pain of keeping ourselves looking good. The plucking, the waxing, the tweezing. And then there's that monthly thing that we have to deal with. And then there's that thing of we gotta give birth. Well, some women feel their mates are clueless to the pain and suffering that we go through. And we have one of those women here with us today.
That's right. David and Michelle have been married for 10 years, and they have 2 sons. Now, Michelle says David never acknowledges all the physical pain that she endures just by being a woman.
Please welcome Michelle and David to the show. All right, Michelle, how did you 2 meet?
We were both working a hip-hop event. He approached my friend, and he said, "Hey, who's your friend?" And she's like, "That's not my friend, it's my manager."
Oh.
And he said, "Do you know that your manager is going to be my girlfriend?"
Oh, confidence from the start.
I like that.
Right.
When
So,
they say love at first sight, that was it.
really?
Wow,
Oh, well,
that's
there's something to say
sweet.
for that. That's pretty. So you have 2 boys. Speaking of love at first sight, tell me about the 2 boys.
Yes, Dylan, he's 6 years old, and Julian, he's 7 years old. Both of them play Little League Baseball, and they practice martial arts.
Nice.
And they keep us very busy.
You know, speaking of being busy, Michelle, you have 2 jobs.
Yes.
So you say you do a lot of stuff to keep yourself looking good, right? Which is something that a lot of women do. But David really doesn't appreciate it?
No, not at all. So I get my eyebrows groomed, which is very painful. Each hair
Right.
comes out. I get my hair and makeup, and I wax my legs as well.
Ooh,
Right.
girl,
Very
I'm
painful.
already in pain.
Right. Well, you do
right.
all that same stuff, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you do all that stuff, and then there's the stuff you have no control over, like that time of the month thing.
Yes, very emotional.
Oh, my
He just doesn't
gosh.
get it. I feel a lot of cramping, and he just is not there for me. I feel a lot of bloating, and I'm so tired. I just want to take a nap. That's it.
I'm there, but the situation is this. She gets very emotional, so she lashes out. In order for me to keep our marriage safe, I leave because it will become war.
But, okay, you don't do anything to assist or help her or try to make it a little bit better. Do you ask if she needs anything?
I attempt to help, but it's not enough.
Your delivery was pretty rough too, right? You did
Absolutely.
natural childbirth.
Natural childbirth, no epidural.
Wow.
The pain was tremendous. I look to my right, he's asleep.
He was asleep.
I work
And-
2 jobs.
Yeah,
Right.
he was passed
I work
out.
2 jobs. What can you say?
And during labor, he actually fainted.
Well, do you recall that? Do you remember that?
I got dizzy when I saw the blood.
Okay.
You're in labor, he's taking a nap, you squeezed his hand?
I squeezed his hand so hard, so he understands the pain that I'm feeling.
I can still feel the pain now.
He's complaining about how much it hurt. Show me that big hand that you gave him that monster grip with. Oh, I bet those hands hurt when
She
she
almost
squeezed hard.
crushed my bones.
Oh, come on.
I'm not
my
kidding.
gosh.
I've
Oh, my
never felt
goodness.
anything like that.
Okay, well, that's how much pain she was in, right?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
the babies come. You know, you got little baby and a new baby, lots going on, right?
Yeah.
David, did you at least help with like changing the diapers and stuff like that?
Once or twice, yes.
Once or
Once or
twice.
twice?
Yes, when I'm around.
Once or twice. Your baby
That's
only
good.
pooped once or twice.
If something doesn't change here, I mean, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm going to feel a lot of resentment.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's happy wife, happy life.
What do you think would be a good way to get David to finally understand what it's like to be a woman?
I would love for him to get a little taste of what it's like to get waxed, possibly see what it's like to feel what like contractions are like.
Oh.
Can we do? I think we
Yeah,
can do
I
that.
think we can do that. All right, David, so are you ready for an exercise in empathy today?
No, Doc, am I supposed to be?
No, you're going to get it whether you want it or not.
You better be ready. Let's do this. Come on.
All right. Oh, man.
Most women manicure their eyebrows, and we don't complain, but it hurts to the high heavens, let me tell you. This is Cynthia Roble, owner of the Powder Room in Montclair, New Jersey. She's going to give you a little taste of what it feels like to have your eyebrows plucked out.
Now, David, don't worry too much. I'm going to be here for emotional support. I'm not getting my pluck.
Hold my hand?
But I'll hold your hand, brother. We're good. Go ahead. All right. So, okay. babe.
Emotional
It's okay.
support.
It's okay.
Oh boy. All right, Cynthia.
You ready?
Oh, we get the eye twitch. See,
Oh, can we see? Did we see that? Wincing?
he's wincing. Trust me.
How's
Yeah.
that
Y'all
feel,
do this.
David?
You guys do this all the time?
It's not just the eyebrows that the girls do.
There's so much other body hair that we have to deal with, and we have to keep our skin looking silky and smooth. And how do we do that? A little wax on, a little wax off. All right?
Yeah.
No? Oh yeah, baby.
So, did they tell you we're doing a Brazilian today? You know what that is?
I'm ready. Should I start now?
I wish we could. I wish we
Family
so
show.
could.
Family
sorry.
show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I think we'll go someplace safer.
Lift this up for me,
Oh,
bend
dude.
it.
Oh,
I'm
man.
really sorry. Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Sorry.
we
Okay.
got some serious hair going on there. Oh. All right, we'll get a double-fisted grip going. Ooh, that wax looks hot.
It's gonna feel good going on.
Is it hot?
Does it feel
Does
good?
it feel
It's
good going on?
hot, yeah.
Oh, he is
I've
so
never been
focused.
waxed.
He's trying not to
so
talk.
It is hot.
How do you do this?
How you do this?
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
Nice. Here comes the best part. Oh, how'd that go?
Hold on, hold on. How's that feeling, honey?
Not good.
Not good, he says. Not good. Are
No.
you starting to understand just a little bit of what women go through, what Michelle
Yeah.
is going through?
Yes. How often do you do this?
Way too often. She doesn't wake up looking like that, honey.
That's right.
But she looks sexy.
But here's the bad news, man. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
I don't think you could even conceive of what's coming up next.
Just keep in mind, David, give me your hand, honey. This is all a labor of love. Stick around, y'all. You will not want to miss what's coming up next for David's Female Appreciation Program.
Female Appreciation Program.
David goes where no man has gone before.
I think it's time to go into labor.
And later, Dr. Steve tackles your hotly debated medical questions.
All the kids across the country love you right now.
Yeah.
We're back with Michelle, who's been married to David for 10 years. But Michelle says that David doesn't respect all she does in life, especially the pain she goes through just because she's a woman. Michelle, did you gain a lot of weight when you were pregnant?
Yes, 40 pounds.
Well, I can't imagine what it's like to deal with all that every day of your life, all that extra weight. But you know who can?
David, come on out here.
Come on out. Yeah.
This is the best.
He's got the waddle down. All right. So in case you're wondering, he's not a basketball under his belly. He's wearing an empathy belly. It's actually a real device that's used in childcare classes for people to kind of feel what it's like to be pregnant. So
I love it.
David, how's that feel? Like the waddle going there, man? It's good.
Heavy, tough. This is a struggle.
Okay, here is your baby that you
Yeah.
have while you're carrying your
Yeah.
baby.
Right.
You do that really well, okay?
Right.
Now you gotta lay on the floor.
Yeah, now you gotta lay on the floor. Okay. Yeah, don't drop the baby. Go nice and easy.
Oh my gosh, this is the
All
best
right.
thing I've
This
seen.
is great. All right.
Oh.
All right. But wait, David, I think I hear something. Yeah, that's your baby crying. It needs to be fed. Can you go over there and get that bottle? That bottle over there.
Faster! The baby's hungry! Hurry up!
Bring it on back. Come on, the baby's crying. Now lay back down, feed the baby every
He
time.
doesn't get it.
I think he's starting to get it. I
You
think
gotta
he
lay
is.
down. Oh, who's that?
You have to answer the doorbell.
The doorbell.
Get back up.
Come on, they're ringing.
This is the best thing ever.
Let's go.
Go answer the door.
Michelle is loving this.
Oh, shoot, no one's there.
Nobody's there.
What a shock.
Nobody's there.
Go back and lay down again.
I'm breaking the sweat.
Yeah, this is it.
All right.
You don't have to.
Come here, David.
You get the point, brother.
You
get
get
the
it,
point.
right?
I think I'm beginning to understand what y'all going through.
All right.
That's a little heavy.
So here's the good news. You don't stay pregnant forever, right?
Right.
It's time to go to the hospital, David.
Deliver that baby. Come on over here. All right, so joining us now is chiropractic physician Dr. Anthony Walko. Welcome, Dr. Walko.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do we got here? What's in store?
So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be using electrical muscle stim to contract your muscles in your abs and your back, very similar to what it's like during pregnancy.
Michelle, Dr. Walko has given you permission to control the buttons, the power,
Feel
the
this,
juice.
baby.
Are there any other ladies in the audience that have a man in their life they'd like to, give a little empathy test?
That'd be great.
So Michelle, you are going to be using these knobs right here to turn up the intensity. We're going to do 4 stages. And our safe word today is epidural.
Okay.
Which I did not have.
Did you hear
Safe
that?
word, epidural.
Did you hear that?
Noted.
All right, David, I think it's time to go into labor.
All right. So Michelle's gonna start. Michelle, start low and show them how it
All right,
went.
All
who's
right,
ready?
Michelle.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
So excited.
David,
David,
this
she
is the
loves you.
time you did not hold my hand during Julian's birth.
Oh.
How does
What's
that
that
feel?
More. Crank it.
This is the time.
Go all the way.
Go.
All the way. Oh, more.
All right. You know what,
Music, yeah.
Michelle? It's almost time.
This
You
is
got
it.
it. You
This
got
is the
this
one.
baby's
Give it to
coming.
him.
This
All right,
baby's
baby's
coming.
Here we go.
Safe word.
Say word. Epidural. He's in labor, but he called for the epidural. Dude, congratulations. It's out. It was a boy. It was a boy. Awesome. That was something.
Oh my gosh. Listen, you know what, David? You did it. You gave birth. But more importantly, did you also give birth to a new appreciation for your beautiful wife, Michelle, the mother of your 2 kids?
Out of respect, I definitely did.
Wow.
If this is just an example of what women across the world go through, this is incredible. It's insane.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. All right, David, you were really a great sport. I'm sure this is going to be a day that David is never going to forget. God knows I'm not going to forget it. If my wife is watching, ain't happening.
Oh no, we just gave every woman across
Yeah.
the country an idea for
That's
her
right.
husband.
That's right. Now, Michelle, keep us posted. We want to know if he, gets a little better, a little more appreciative, okay? David, you were a great sport. Just the key word is listen. Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be right back. We did it! Oh my gosh.
Coming up, get the 411 on which sweeteners are right for you and find out if this entrepreneur's low-calorie sweetener passes the taste test.
So I think that this one is sugar. So let's see. Sugar is your taste bud's best friend.
That's right, but it's your diet's worst enemy,
There
right?
are loads of sweeteners out there that aim to keep you trim without sacrificing taste, but which one is good for you and which one should you stay away from?
Well, we're going to put sugar and its substitutes in the spotlight today. We're going to give you kind of like the 411 on sweeteners.
Steve, we all know ordinary table sugar. You know, we know what it looks like, we know what it tastes like, it tastes real good. And a lot of us use brown sugar, to cook with or for things like oatmeal. meal. What's the difference?
Brown sugar, you ready for this? Is actually not much different. All it is regular table sugar that they add molasses to give it this
More
brown...
sugar to your
Right.
sugar?
But everybody thinks, oh, it's brown, it's natural, I should have it. But it's really no better than regular table sugar.
Huh. So what's wrong with just the regular old white sugar?
Right, so table sugar or sucrose is very high in calories and it increases your blood sugar level fast. That's why so many people are overweight now.
makes sense.
Because it causes obesity that leads to heart disease problems and other health problems. It's still natural, but you got to watch how much you take because it's high in calories and it spikes your sugar.
Okay. All right. So let's check out some of the alternative sweeteners. You know, Steve, we have honey here.
Honey, first of all, is good for your gut, right? Because
Oh,
it's
I
got
skipped all that.
pollen, it's got enzymes, it's got minerals and stuff in it, and it really is good for you. Agave comes from an agave cactus. Now, agave has what they call a lower glycemic index than honey or sugar. That means it doesn't spike your blood sugar so high. So it's processed, but agave has more calories and carbs than sugar, so you got to be careful.
Now let's look at some of the artificial sweeteners.
So they have those pink packets, the blue packets,
yeah.
the yellow
Yeah, yeah,
packets.
yeah.
You see them in coffee shops and restaurants all the time. So those are saccharin, aspartame, and sucralose. Now
Okay.
get this, those are 200 to 700 times sweeter than table sugar.
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
that means more sweetness but with less calories. But these are all synthetic, meaning they're made in a laboratory. So you want to be mindful of what you put in your body, and you want to go with something natural, of course. With that said, we have natural zero-calorie sweeteners out there.
Well, people are going crazy for a new sugar alternative called stevia.
Yeah.
So stevia.
Yeah. That sounds so familiar. All right, so
What
stevia.
do we need to know about it?
That comes from the stevia bush. Who knew there was? And that's
Right.
in South America. And depending on the extract, that can be 200 to 400 times more sweet than
Yes.
table sugar. Now,
Yeah.
it's popular because it has almost 0 calories and can help stabilize your blood sugar. So if that's something you're concerned about, hey, that's probably a reasonable choice.
All right, there is a no-calorie sweetener that has recently been picking up some steam in our current carb-conscious craze. It's a sugar alcohol called erythritol. And here to tell us about it is Andrus Blackwell, the owner of Swerve. Andrus, your product is made from erythritol. What is that?
It's actually a sugar alcohol that's made by a natural fermentation process. You add microorganisms into glucose syrup, they ferment for about 3 days, and all of a sudden, voila, you have erythritol.
All right, that's
She's
so great.
cute, smart, and a businesswoman.
All right, so you're so passionate about this. You know, what made you come up with this idea to start the company?
Well, you know, it was all about blood sugar stabilization. I started drinking protein shakes and then decided, let's make a protein shake, and we wanted to sweeten it naturally and wanted to really educate people about blood sugar control. How do we learn about those kinds of things? And so that's where the passion for creating Swerve really came about.
So a lot of these alternatives, they just don't taste good, but erythritol is supposed to be pretty close to the real deal. So we're gonna put it to the test. We have 2 cheesecakes here, and one has Swerve and one has sugar, but we don't know which one it is. So we're gonna do the good old taste test and see if we can tell.
Now, this is my favorite part of my job, taste testing.
Ooh,
This is
taste
good.
testing.
And you're a good Southern girl there, so you know your good cheesecake. We formulated Swerve to be optimized in baking and cooking. It's a one-for-one replacement, so it takes out all the guesswork.
All right, I think I know. I'm gonna guess. I think this one's erythritol and this one's sugar. Let's see. Yeah, I got it. But that was really, really like the closest I've ever had.
Awesome.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it's great.
Okay.
All right, so I think that this one is sugar. So let's see. Oh, it's Swerve! Oh, I thought this was real sugar. I actually like this one better than I like that one.
That's what I'm
actually.
talking about.
Yeah, so
Swerving.
that was swerving. We're swerving.
And the point is, I mean, if you're this close and you're trying to save calories and regulate your blood sugar, this is a no-brainer. Andrews, thanks so much for joining us. It was great.
Oh my gosh, thank you for bringing us cheesecake. How about that?
All right, there's more Dr. and the Diva coming up right after this. Stick around.
That was delicious.
Have some more of that.
Later on, Kimberly is on pins and needles when she tries a cutting-edge facial treatment.
So how many needles should she expect to get here?
One of the best things about doing this show is having a doctor next to me every day.
Oh, come on.
So any health question that I may have, it's easily answered. But you know what? I don't want to be selfish, and I know you all probably have a medical question too. So I'm happy to share my doctor with you.
She's so generous.
That's right. So from time to time, we're going to do a segment called Ask Dr. Steve. Let's get right into it, okay? We have some questions, and our first question comes from Demetrius out of Manhasset, New York.
Hey, Dr. Steve, I need some help. We just finished eating. I told the girls they gotta wait 30 minutes before they jump in the pool. What's the right answer? Is it gonna bother their stomachs if they jump in right away?
Come on, Dr. Steve. We want to go swimming.
Yeah. Right?
No pressure.
I went through this when I was a kid.
What do you think, Kim?
I say yes. It's just good practice.
No, the answer is no.
All right,
it turns
fine.
out, yeah. There's no scientific research supporting this. Basically, it's an old wives' tale that you're going to get cramping because the blood is in your stomach when you're digesting, so your limbs go weak and they don't work. But the truth is, it's not going to happen. Cramping is not related to eating at all. It's more likely due to dehydration or electrolyte imbalances or neurological problems. So swimming on a full stomach is going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
Okay? But it's not likely you're going to be at greater risk of drowning because of cramping. So let the kids go in the pool.
All the kids across the country love you right now.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Our
More
next
kids loving
question
me.
comes from Jacob from Montclair, New Jersey.
Hey, Dr. Steve, I want to go outside, but my mom won't let me because my hair is wet. She says I'm going to catch a cold. Is that true, Dr. Steve? Come on, I want to go outside.
Oh, she's so cute.
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to
That's
say
what
yes?
my mom always
said. Do
said.
you know how many people come in and say, well, I'm sick because the other day I went out and my hair was wet, so I know that's why I got, or the window was open, so I got, it's not true at all. You're not going to catch a cold on a wet day. You need to be in contact with a virus. So rhinoviruses, the more common cold viruses, are common in the wintertime, and we're indoors more, so we're exposed to them more. Wet hair and the cold or the heat has nothing to do with it. But, I mean, if it's cold outside and your hair is wet, you want to put a hat on so your body temperature doesn't go low. So, Jacob, while I do recommend drying your hair before you go out in the wintertime or put on a hat, you're not going to catch a cold by having a wet head. Sorry, Mom. But that's just the truth. Right?
She's not very happy with
no.
you right now.
So good with kids, down with moms.
All right, we got time for one more question, and it's from Tiffany in New Rochelle, New York.
Hey, Dr. Steve. I know public toilets are full of germs, but will I really catch a disease if I touch a toilet?
Yes, honey, yes.
Right? Okay, audience, what do you think? Toilet seats? Pretty bad you catch germs, diseases? Right, everyone thinks that, right?
Yes. I do too, yes.
Okay, so here's the story. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No. And I know you all put that paper down and do the thing with the toilet paper. Everybody does that, right? But you really don't need to. It turns out your immune system defends against icky microbes, and bathrooms are routinely cleaned. I mean, germs like moisture, so you want to make sure there's nothing wet on the seat. That's gross anyway. You're not sitting on that. 75% of people use their cell phone when they're on the toilet. Now, I know y'all do it, so don't pretend that you don't. Right? Well, it turns out that your phone is 10 times dirtier, 10 times than a toilet seat. So don't worry about the bathroom and start worrying about your stanky phone.
It is
that's got some
stanky,
germs
right?
on it.
All right. Dr. Steve, this was fantastic. Keep the questions coming. We want to hear from you. Email us at askdr.steve@dranddiva.com or tweet us at AskDrSteveDND.
All right, coming up next, this lovely lady right next to me is game to try almost anything.
Almost.
Right? Stay tuned to see what new health fad Kimberly's going to test out for us. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. Yeah. All right, Kim, I got a question for you. What comes to mind when I say needles in the face?
What was that character from that movie that had all the needles on his face? He was a scary dude.
All right, well.
Pin face.
Pin face. It makes sense anyway. What if I told you there's this new health fad that claims to make you feel better and look younger?
Oh, and it has something to do with needles in my face. Great, yeah.
That's right. I'm talking about facial acupuncture.
Okay.
So people are trying this as an alternative to Botox and fillers to get younger looking skin. You got Hollywood's finest, like see, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Okay, I like her.
Jessica Alba. Kim Kardashian. They've all tried it.
All right.
And now Kimberly Locke. So we're going to take you over to the massage table. We're going to do a little shot here.
All right.
So this is where you got to kind of trust me. All right. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, cosmetic acupuncturist Dr. Stephanie DiLibero from Gotham Wellness. She's here to do the honors. Stephanie, good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Are you comfy?
I am.
So we're going to do cosmetic acupuncture. Cosmetic acupuncture is great. It's deeper than just a beauty treatment because we treat the physiological causes of aging as well as more superficial concerns.
Right, so it stimulates collagen and promotes healing.
Exactly.
So what can she expect from this?
She can definitely expect to look like the youngest, most healthiest version of herself. She's not going to look like a different person. She's going to look well rested. Her digestion is going to improve. She's going to sleep better. She'll have less stress. And all of this is going to show up on her face.
All right.
Now hold still because she's coming in too.
You're coming in?
Yeah.
She's coming in.
No,
also.
I want you to use both of your hands to do it
Okay.
right.
Right, so keep still.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to start just right here. This is a point that's great for anxiety as well as any wrinkles that you might have right there. And how is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even really feel it.
Right, so that's something
Wonderful.
people don't realize. You don't really feel. It's not a thick needle. Isn't it smaller than a human hair?
It's smaller than a human hair.
Right, so it's smaller than a human
wow.
hair. She puts it on the skin. It's in like this kind of tube-like thing, and she kind of taps it down, and it goes in. All right, so how many needles should she expect to get here?
Well, it's your lucky day. You might have about 25 or 30.
Ooh, keep
And I
going.
have to say, like, people wonder if it hurts, and you know, it is your face, so it's
Right.
like a delicate part of your face, you know, but it doesn't hurt at all. I
Right.
mean, I would advise if you're going to do this, go to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Of course, you don't want to go
right?
just anybody, right? And you
Yeah.
want to use sterile techniques. She,
Right.
you know, clean the skin with alcohol. Each needle is individually wrapped in a sterile container, so you don't want to go to
Yeah.
just anybody to get this done. So, Dr. Stephanie, tell me, how many treatments does someone need to do this if they really want to get results?
I would say about 10 sessions is
About
a
10
general-
sessions. Now, how much does it cost about?
Anywhere from about $150 to more if people incorporate other methods as well.
All right, so it still is a lot cheaper than Botox and fillers and all those other things, especially if it works, right?
Definitely, and what's good about it is it works with your body's natural healing capabilities as opposed to preventing your muscles from doing their job.
All right, so we're going to keep putting these in. Kim, stick around, guys. Don't go away. All right, so before the break, Kimberly was in the midst of getting cosmetic acupuncture. Yes, the needles are still in, and they're staying there. So, Kim, I know you got a lot of needles in there, but I'm just telling you from here, you look really good. You look a lot younger.
Don't
So
tell lies,
fantastic.
Dr.
Look, she
Steve.
can't move her mouth. Oh, my
he
goodness,
loves it.
that's
I
awful.
can't talk right now.
All right, Kim is going to keep the needles in for the recommended 20 to 30 minutes to get the best result. And when they come out, she's going to report on how she feels. And we're going to post that online, so make sure you check it out. Now, we want to thank all of our guests for their great information and inspiration, and all of you today for joining us. Thanks so much.